Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisy Noel, and in today's video I will be showing you how I made this delicious kaki bean slash moi moi. Please stay tuned for the video. If you like it, please share with your family. We will be using black eyed peas, onions, scotch bonnet, Maggi, palm oil, spinach, cayenne pepper, and to wrap everything up slash tie everything together, I will be using banana leaves. You can use some foil paper or saran wrap, food safe saran wrap, of course, whatever floats your boat, or parchment paper for this recipe. It's up to you. For this recipe, I soaked my beans overnight, and here I am scrubbing them with my palms so that I can go ahead and take up the husk of the beans. Alternatively, you could use a blender to do this if you're strapped for time, and that will work just fine. You just need to wash everything and wash off as much of that stuff as possible from the beans before you can proceed to the next step. In the future, I will be purchasing my beans already washed because this took me way too much time, water, and resources that I could care less to do. After the beans are done, you go ahead and put it in a blender with some water and you blend that together until it's silky smooth. After we're done blending, I'm gonna put that in a bowl and whisk to get some air into it. The standard procedure. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and add some cayenne pepper, just more so for color than for flavor. And then I'll add the palm oil after that and continue mixing everything until it's properly combined. Make sure your palm oil is already melted before you put it in so it doesn't have like a spotty look to it. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and add the spinach to the mixture and try to stir it in. You can omit this step if you would like. It's really up to you. You could use any other type of vegetable if you're choosing as well. Whatever floats your boat. Be flexible. Now that everything is said and done, I'm gonna go ahead and inspect my banana leaves. Because I do not have a gas stove, I will be using my electric stove to warm these leaves up. I think the reason for doing this is to disinfect it and to make it more manageable so it doesn't break when you're folding it up to tie up whatever you're tying up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this directly on my electric stove, moving it around just to get that lighter color you're seeing, or that warmer look it's getting. That's pretty standard from what I've learned. And this works just fine, works as well as a Firestone Blaze or a gas stove. Gets the job done, and I was ecstatic with the results. So yeah, don't beat yourself up if you do not have a gas stove. An electric cooker works just fine. Just make sure you don't burn your fingers while doing this. And once you're done with that, it's important that you clean it up. Um, because I bought this from the store, I'm sure you can see the white stuff on it. But after I'm done with that, I go ahead with a wet paper towel and I'll wipe down the leaves because you're putting food on it. It's just standard, right? Just clean it up before you put your food on it. I'm using the leaves because it gives it more flavor. I've noticed that whenever you tie up your egusi pudding or fufu corn or hachu or the standard traditional dishes in the leaves, it just adds extra flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and put that into a bowl to give myself some support for what I'm doing, um, just to give it like a shape. And I'm also gonna double the leaves as much as possible so it doesn't fall through. That's an important step. Do not skip that. And to tie it up, I use some aluminum foil because I that was what I could think of in that moment, and it did the job just fine. Everything held throughout the cooking process. You're going to need a rack to support your kaki bean so water does not get into it. We're going to be steaming this for about an hour. That's what I usually do. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the tips of this so my pot, the lid of my pot can fit over it. But just go ahead, steam this for about an hour, and after that, everything should be done. Throughout the cooking process, make sure you're checking periodically to ensure that there's still water in the pot so you can continue steaming and you do not burn your pot. That's very important, guys, to not skip that. And now that it's all said and done, this is the final product of our kaki beans. It is ready, delicious. You can eat this with plantain, cocoa yams, or anything of your choosing. I just decided to skip that part for myself. I don't care much for the sides, but you could just add that to it for some more flavor and some deliciousness. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. And have a blessed day.